Okay, ghouls, happy announcement day. We finally got the entire lineup for HHN32. So I'm super excited to see the updates in the park today. You know, taking a look at some scare zones, maybe potentially some merch. And we're gonna go talk about each and every house and scare zone that was introduced. So let's get started. So we're here to cover VillainCon, right? I'm just kidding. So in this street corner right here will be Dr. Oddfellow's collection of horror, which Dr. Oddfellow will be luring us into Halloween Horror Nights with the promise of immortality. But little do you know that he unveils the horrors of the night, and then you realize that you may not survive the night. But as you guys can see here, there's not much of an update that is there for scare zones. So we're gonna move on. Hopefully we will see it later on. 36 nights before Halloween Horror Nights. So according to the speculation map of where everything is actually located, here would be the queue for Yeti Campground Kills, where you are going to venture into campgrounds in the 1950s, where your job is basically to try and escape to a ranger tower to escape the menacing and huge Yetis. But can we actually do it? But it should be located right around here, so let's keep going. So here is some HHN rig porn for you. You know how it is. So on this side of the woods will be also connected to Dr. Oddfellow, which is going to be based on the Dark Zodiac. So the story goes like this. Dr. Oddfellow has entered a dark dimension to harness the power of the Zodiac and live forever. He twists the signs into malevolent beings who foretell your doom. As his star rises, yours falls. So other than this little nice rig here, there's not really much yet, and we're 36 days away from the event. Nothing screams announcement day quite like a merchandise drop, so let's check it out. But so far it was just that shirt and the cup, but you know, there's nothing wrong with it. But let's keep wandering into the deeper side of the park. Well, we will probably experience the jungle. So right here we have the general facility of where Universal Monsters Unmasked will be located. This is where we will be encountering Phantom of the Opera, Jekyll and Hyde, and so much more within the Universal Monsters universe. Descend into the Paris catacombs where you and your squad will face a new horde of monsters: Dr. Jekyll and Hyde, Phantom of the Opera, the Hunchback of Notre Dame, and the Invisible Man. I am super excited to see the Universal Monsters come back, especially since I feel like Universal Studios has been actually embracing their Universal Monsters roots and horror roots more and more lately. So here is a part of the progress of the Jungle of Doom. And the story goes like this. In the 1920s, Dr. Oddfellow ventured deep into the darkest jungle, performing horrific experiments on nature. Now his monstrous creations are running amok and coming after you. So yeah, there's only a lot of like light rigs, not so much set, at least not just yet. Yeah, it's pretty empty, but we'll definitely see more progress as we go along the season. So unfortunately, what was rumored to be Megan Horde, they will actually probably not have anything on this section according to the official announcement. So we are going all the way to the back for our next houses. So here we have arrived to The Last of Us and potentially The Darkest Deal. For The Darkest Deal, this house will be consisted of this story. The Darkest Deal will consist of: the fame is fleeting, fear is forever. Blues musicians Pine Straw Spruce will have to face the music after meeting with the collector, trading his soul for musical glory. You and your squad learn the terrible price of fame. Then we come over here to The Last of Us, and it will be located in this location. Step into the world of The Last of Us. You and your squad will encounter the haunting, overgrown world of the video game in a brand new, terrifying way. Stay silent if you want to survive the multitude of clickers, hunters, and more. So if you are a pro at going at HHN, you know you always start from the back. So if we're gonna do that tradition, this is where Dr. Oddfellow's Twisted Origin will be located. I'm not gonna get any closer because you already know vacation information people, they're very friendly and they like to talk you up and trying to sell you things. But other than that, just gonna stay at this distance. It will be located right there. Now we're here at Dr. Oddfellow's Twisted Origin. Your soul is a price he's willing to pay. You won't be able to resist going inside Dr. Oddfellow's menacing menagerie of twisted oddities, but for the price of you and your friends is steep. The cost of your souls to feed his immortal power. And how can we forget the lovely Nightmare Fuel coming back again for its 3rd year in a row. So here we are at Diagonally. Yep. And they said that they are going to be offering Death Eaters coming during Halloween Horror Nights. So we will possibly see some Death Eaters roaming around the park in this section. I'm assuming we're going to have another bar/food offering in this area. So yeah, this is going to be a very fun HHN. So here we have arrived to Shipyard 32. Horrors Unhinged. We have a lot of light rigs. Now we don't see quite the cages and everything else, a shipyard wreck anywhere yet, but the story will go like this. Shipyard 32, Horrors Unhinged, is a scare zone where you enter a 1940s San Francisco shipping yard full of mysterious crates, cages bearing Dr. Oddfellow's symbol. Beware. His nightmarish oddities have now escaped, spreading fear and chaos in their wake. So yeah, like I can just imagine this being very similar to Dead Man's Pier, like they recycle some of the sets. But yeah, this is all going to be a nice little shipyard oddities. But I like that for Dr. Oddfellow, it just seems like there is an oddity for each element. Like one's for water, shipyard, then there's the jungle, which is earth, then there's the zodiac, you know, it has to do with astrology. Dr. Oddfellow, he's a diverse man and we stand for it.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play? Righty-ho.
Here behind me will be Chucky's Ultimate Kill Count, where it's typically where all the Blumhouse things are located, but this year it's just going to be Sci-Fi and USA. So here we have Chucky's Ultimate Kill Count. Chucky's back for even more carnage. Chucky, the serial killer doll, is back for a new gore fest. He's hijacked his own haunted house with all kinds of bloody hijinks. You and your friends must try to survive his ultimate kill count. And this makes me super excited because we haven't had a Chucky house since 2009 during Ripped from the Silver Screen. So we are now in the section of Vamp Summer of Blood, where we traveled to the summer of 1969. Vamp 69 Summer of Blood at a 60s music fest in a small New York town. You'll jam to popular bands with a fellow concert goers until Dr. Oddfellow unleashes vicious vampires on the audience. They're out for your blood. Usually in this section we will have the entrance to Blood Moon Dark Offerings. In a colonial era village, moon worshippers witness a blood moon at their fall festival. They take it as a sign to hunt down any non-followers, including you and your Scream Squad. On this neck of the woods, we will have Stranger Things and Dueling Dragons. In Stranger Things, or try to escape the curse of Vecna. You'll need your squad to resist Vecna's gruesome curse. Like 11, now's your chance to stop him once and for all as you take on the scariest season of Stranger Things yet. So we get to escape Vecna's curse once again, just like Max did. And over here we will have Dueling Dragons, where I feel like we will have somewhat of a choice of paths, which I think will be really cool, especially since it's been going really well for them, having like a random victor every single time, like they have done for HHN Icons and Monsters. No matter who you choose, you lose. 2 warlocks of great power were turned into dragons after trying to take Merlin's spellbook. Now you and your friends are caught in their epic battle. You must choose a path and a victor. So guys, that was my entire HHN update based on the Horror Night Nightmare speculation map where everything will be located. But yeah, I'm super excited for this Halloween season. I hope you guys like this video. If you guys like, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and also follow me on Twitter or X, whatever you guys want to call it, under HHN Cultist, where I just basically post all kinds of things between horror nights, haunts, and everything related to horror entertainment in general. So please follow me if you guys want to keep up with more, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, y'all.